I'm broke. I am a woman with hope. But I'm broke. Okay? Like, I am a hustler at heart, but I'm still broke right now. I know that in the future, I'm gonna be a multi-billionaire. I know that I'm gonna be rich. I just know. I've always known that, okay? But obviously, I'm aware that in order to get there, I have to work. I had to put in the effort, okay? Because I don't know, like they like marrying someone, it's nice, you know, it sounds so romantic, like oh multi meeting like a billionaire, CEO, mafia boss. But like when you think about it in reality, when have you seen a billionaire that has good values and that is good looking? I'm not even saying like good looking, like oh he looks like an actor, he looks like a K-pop idol. Like no, I'm just saying bare minimum good looking. I will wait. I will wait. Okay? And the probability of them looking at me and being like, her, I want her, girl. I need to be realistic. Okay? And I honestly don't. I've always imagined my life living in this like fairy tale cottagecore Lord of the Rings inspired house with a giant garden by myself. By myself with my chickens, my my dozens of dogs, maybe like a cat or two. And you know, I want to live that farm girl life, but I don't want a husband involved. Okay? I want it to feel like I'm part of the Barbie movies. Like if you've seen the Barbie movies, you kind of know what I'm thinking of, you know? I'm thinking about that independent girly, but without the prince at the end. Because the princess always looked a little, if you know what I mean. Even as a child, I was like, okay, slay king, slay, honestly. But I am a hustler. But one thing about a broke girl, especially right now that I'm in my early 20s, it feels so weird saying that, especially since I'm in my early 20s, I feel like I've been a fashion girly ever since I was little, but as of right now, I barely had the budget and the creativity to actually form my own style, to actually get a sense of how I like to dress, how I like to accessorize. I'm still working on the accessory parts, okay? For a long time, I tried to convince myself that I was a silver girl, that silver looks good on me. It's gold. It's gold. Like, I am golden, and so is my jewelry. Gold. Period. But I am trying to get a better wardrobe, and one thing I always tell people, one thing I always recommend, you can literally buy clothes from Walmart. You can buy clothes from the 99-cent store. It doesn't matter. As long as they fit you properly, I mean, like, they are tailored to your size. Like, I have very broad shoulders. I know you can't really tell from the video, but my shoulder to, like, waist, well, my shoulders are slightly bigger than my hips. I do think I have kind of there's like an hourglass, but my shoulders kind of ruin it because they're very broad. So I guess you would consider me like a upside down triangle. I'm not sure, but I have very very broad shoulders. So whenever I buy shirts that are like long sleeves or like their sleeves go up to here, I always tailor them because I always buy them in size medium, and then I tailor them so they can fit me properly for my waist. So I'll leave them on top, and then I'll tailor them from the waist, and they look so nice on me. Also for my pants, I have never bought a pair of jeans that I have not tailored to fit me properly. It doesn't matter where I buy the jeans, doesn't matter what style, I always try them on first, and then I see like, okay, I want this to like be moved here, this and be moved there. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm telling you, so many times I've shown, like even my family members, they'll see me with a pair of jeans and they're like, oh, where did you get them? And I'm like, oh, I got them here. And they're like, we buy our jeans in the same place, but why do they look so good on you? And it's not because I have like a banging body, which I do, but it's also because I tailor them so my body can look extra tight, okay? I wouldn't say I have body goals, but when I put on clothes, you bet your ass that it is body goals because my clothes is tailored to make me look good. So not only do I tailor pants is the most important because I like wearing pants. I don't know. I feel like for a long time I was very insecure about my legs, and I've always wanted to be that girl that would just wear skirts and dresses. But also I just hate like men looking at me. It disgusts me. Whenever I'm out and like I see men looking at me, I want to slip them around. So I wear a lot of jeans, and every single pair of jeans I have, I think with the exception of like 2 jeans that I just have for when I feel bloated, every single other pair of jeans fits me perfectly because I have tailored every single one of them. And I'm not just saying like, oh, tailor them from the waist or tailoring them from, you know, like if the jeans are too long, you make them a little shorter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I will literally move the pockets at the back. You know, you have your 2 butt cheeks and there's a pocket in each side. I will tailor them so they can fit me perfectly on my ass. That is how extreme I am. But that is how you make clothing look expensive. Because every single piece of clothing that you buy that is expensive, it's not necessarily because of the fabrics. Yes, all the time it is because of the fabrics. But clothing that you'll see in fashion shows or stuff like that is that expensive because a lot of times it is tailored. I know there's ready to wear, but even in the ready to wear, a lot of people that can't afford it will get it tailored to their size so it can look even better. Any piece of clothing you have will instantaneously be boosted the moment you tailor it to your body, okay? And tailoring something to your body does not mean making it fit you tighter, does not mean making it fit you in a way where you cannot breathe. It means taking your body measurements, you know, shoulders, waist, hips, whatever body measurement you need for that specific piece of clothing, and actually making it fit you. For some pieces it may be more difficult than others, but I feel like I've had, you know, quite a lot of experience doing this just because I've tailored almost all of my closet. It takes a while, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, it takes a while. But a lot of my clothes, actually that's a lie. I don't think I've tailored the majority of my closet. I think around 60% I have tailored. And the rest is in the process because it does take a long time, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I think also I'm not the quickest person sewing, so in a weekend dedicating around 5 hours, I think I will sew maybe 3 pairs of pants, a dress, and a shirt. Like that is what I can fit into that time frame. Also because I'm very paranoid, so whenever like if I'm sewing a pair of jeans, I'll sew one part and then I need to try them on to see if they fit well, and then okay, it fits well, let me sew the other half, and then I'll try them on again. Like it doesn't matter if I do the tiniest stitch known to mankind, I'm like, I need to try them on, I need to make sure they fit well. I'm always so paranoid that I'll do something and completely screw up the garment and I can't wear it, so I prefer to be cautious and I'm always trying them on whenever I can. There are things that I do not tailor. Let me show you an example. So this is a fur coat I bought. Don't worry, it's not actual fur, it's faux fur. But I love it. It's actually vintage. And when I bought this, the shoulder pads, well, first of all, I had shoulder pads. Right now, it doesn't have shoulder pads. Like I said, I have broad shoulders. I do not need them to be any broader, okay? I already got the pads included, okay? I come with the pads included. Anyways, this thing used to be so much broader on the shoulders to the point where if I were filming a video, the shoulders would literally be like here. I'm not even joking. Like it would literally feel like my shoulders extended all the way here. It was insane and I didn't like it. So I did get this tailored professionally because sewing fur is something I am not ready to tackle. It honestly scares me. But I sent it to this really nice lady and she actually did a really good job and I love how it turned out. I also always send the coat to the dry cleaners. I never wash it myself because I don't know, I think it's so pretty and I don't want to ruin it. So there's a lot of clothes I do send to the dry cleaners, especially clothes with a lot of, you know, beading work or clothes that is just so heavy, because this thing, even though it's not that long, this is how long it is so heavy. Okay, whenever I'm wearing it, I wear it mostly in the winter. Right now it's way too hot to be wearing it. But when I wear it in the winter, I'm sweating. Okay? I where I live it doesn't get that cold, but I always I've always wanted to go somewhere where it snows for the winter because where I live it does not snow. And I'm like, I'll take this and I'll look like a Russian doll. That has still not happened, but I still have hope. I am a woman with hope. But yeah, that's honestly what I wanted to talk about. If I were to give like top 3 items that I recommend you to start sewing in order so you can kind of get the hang of it, I would say dresses is the easiest one. Especially dresses that are more on the flowy side. I know that you might be thinking, why would I want to sew a dress that is like flowy and loose fitting to my body if it's meant to be flowy and loose fitting? Let me give you an example. I have very small chest. I have a very small chest. And a lot of times when I buy dresses that are meant to fit very flowy and very, like loose and like beach dresses mostly, the chest area is just way too big for me. Okay? Even though it fits loose, you can tell that there's some extra fabric there meant for someone with maybe a bigger chest, which I do not have. So every time I buy those dresses, I kind of already know that I have to sew it in order to make it actually look good on me. I think I have something that kind of proves my point. Let me show you. So I bought this gorgeous top, I think less than a week ago. I haven't sewn it, which I think is great for demonstration purposes, because as you could see, the chest area is just way too big for me. Like, I know this would fit someone well and someone may look like a hottie just in this with nothing sewn, but for me this just looks ridiculous. Like, this is how big the chest is supposed to be. I would need to use like 5 extra pads so this can actually fit me. Yeah, but I think I'm also gonna sew the torso a little bit because I like it to fit snatched. So a lot of times actually what I do is that I'll add in like a corset type back. Like these types of dresses, I think most of my shirts and dresses I do this to. I think it makes someone look so good. And plus you get the benefit of maybe you went out to dinner and ate a little bit too much and you're a little bit bloated. Girl, just loosen the back and there you go. The shirt is not uncomfortable. Because if I were to sew this to like fit me perfectly, and if I were to go out and have dinner, maybe I ate a little extra dessert, maybe I was a little bit extra hungry and now I got a little bloated, I just loosen the back and there we go. Nothing to worry about. So yeah, I always recommend for people to do a corset back. Not only is it super convenient, but it's also really easy. You just add in like little loops and then you get a piece of ribbon and just string it like if it were a shoelace, and there you go. You could tighten it, you could loosen it however much you want, especially if the shirt is a little bit on the looser side like this one is. But yeah, this shirt, I'm gonna sew it. I'm gonna make the bust way smaller, and I'm also gonna add in a corset back so I can look snatched, and so my boobs won't look that weird when I'm wearing it. But yeah, that is something I recommend a lot of people do, and honestly that is my number 1 recommendation, because I have clothing that I have thrifted, but I also have some more expensive pieces, and it does not matter where I buy my clothing, I will always be tailoring it to my size. And there's a lot of times where I'm just wearing a dress that I got from the thrift store for less than like $7, and people will be like, where did you get it? Oh my god, it looks so nice. Girl, it's thrifted. Girl, I got it for $7. But it is tailored so it looks good. I also have tailored some of my sister's wardrobe so it could fit her, especially because recently she went out on a vacation with her boyfriend. I was like, girl, let me help you out. I tailored with like 5 pieces that she was gonna wear. She loved it. She loved it. She was like, this has never looked so good. And I'm like, girl, that's because they were not meant for your size. You bought them and you thought, okay, this kind of fits me, and you just stayed okay with that. But no, the better something is for your size, the better it's gonna look on you. Obviously there are some clothing that it's gonna be not necessary to tailor, especially if you're buying like leggings. Like those have spandex, okay? They're gonna cinch to your size, so just buy leggings that fit. Okay, I'm not gonna start tailoring leggings. I just prefer to buy new ones, honestly. But that is my little rant. That is how to look expensive with cheap clothing and still look like a bad bitch. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been having so much fun filming recently, and I think it's just because I have stopped taking myself so seriously. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Bye bye.